Okay, so what we're looking at is we're looking at my my Millermatic vintage welder, and I haven't used it. It's been a while since I've used it, and I got a project coming up that that I'm going to do, and so it's been since it's been several months that I've used the welder. One of my viewers actually suggested I clean the liner and or blow out that liner, and since it's been sitting for a while, and so I just want to. I think that's what I'm going to do, which is a great idea. So thanks, John, for the advice. So so let me show you what I'm going to do. This project is for my parents' house, and I'm actually going to since they're I'm actually going to fabricate this rail right here, this handrail for them, and install it at their home. There's a closer shot of the side view of the railing, and then of course just a little bit closer of the details. So that's the plan right here. And since I haven't used this welder in a while, I think it's a great idea that, yeah, we do clean the liner. It needs to be cleaned. So what is this liner that I'm talking about? The liner is basically, it's a steel piece like this. This is actually part of the liner, and it actually goes inside that MIG gun, and that's where the welding wire feeds through. If you look in there, there's that liner piece, and this wire rides in it. That's what we're going to try to blow out. I mean, you know, even though when this wire is feeding through the machine, it's going through this this cleaning pad right here, and then it feeds right through here and goes into the first part of the liner here, feeds through the hose, and then comes out of here. So I believe there's a couple of ways that we can do this. So since the wire is already through the gun, I need to loosen this up right here and remove this portion of the cable. So either I can cut the wire when I pull this out here and lose about 15 feet of it, or I can just feed it right back through here and save the rest, and I mean save it without tossing all that wiring. So let's see what I'm going to do. So first of all, I will loosen this up here. And that should loosen up my wire here, my cable here. So I can choose to either cut it right here or feed it back through. I'm going to go ahead and feed it back through. Let me unhook this just in case. Raise that up right here. We'll just leave it right here. And just out of curiosity, I'm going to see how dirty this wire actually is inside there. It might not be that dirty, but it may be. This is where it was sitting. There's a little bit of dirt here where it was sitting in this little cleaning pad, so I'll probably replace this as well. I'm going to use this rag here, and let's see how dirty that piece is. Yeah, and I'm keeping an eye on the of the wire over here, because once it gets here, I don't want to let this go, because then it'll uncoil from me, and boy, that'll definitely make a mess. And here it comes, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it right here. I'll hold it here, and I'm just going to use this hole here to hold it in position. I'll just bend it through there, and then when we get ready to feed it back through, I'll cut that edge off. Okay, that way that wire won't go nowhere. Now let's see how dirty it was. Yeah, it was a bit dirty. Just a little bit, not bad. And then again, my welder and my environment here isn't very dusty. I mean, it's just a garage. So I'm sure in other environments it might be worse. So the cleaning process is probably going to be adjusted to the type of environment you have and how dirty your liner is. But mine doesn't appear to be too bad. So what am I going to do is I don't want to take the whole liner out. So I'm just going to blow in here with compressed air, and whatever contaminants are in there, they should come out of that little bitty hole. That's about as far as I'm going to take it. I'm not sure if spraying chemical in there and then blowing it out is the proper way to do it. But I'm not going to do that at all. Now, you want to see what the back side of that liner is? I'll take this piece off right here so you guys can see that. So give me a bit. Okay, so let's take this piece off. It's not on there tight at all, so. And that is the base. That is the base of the liner, and that's basically it. So I'm just going to blow right through there, blow it out the other end, and should be that simple. So I'll hold the other end. I doubt it we'll see anything coming out of there, but I'm just going to blow it out. Was that sufficient enough? I don't know. I'm just blowing it out. Hopefully that takes care of anything that maybe have gone in there. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm gonna tighten this back up real quick. And that's it, it's ready to go back in. All right, so when we go back in with it, in this case for this Bernard gun, these O-rings are actually, they're gonna fall in between this space right here. You also don't want this tip hitting these rollers here. Right? There's a second O-ring going in right now. All right, so let me see if I can move my camera a little bit more so you can see here. I don't know, let me see if this is in the way out right there. So what we're focusing on is right here. My O-rings are already where they're supposed to be, in between this section right here. Just as long as it's not hitting that roller. And we should be good. Once you find that position, all right, then we can tighten this up. Next step would be to feed the wire in here, and it'll go on through, just feed it through your gun. All right, let me get that ready to go, because remember how I bent it here, so I got to cut this piece off and then run it through there. And so we did clean that wire as we were pulling that back out, so we should be good to go going back in as far as contaminants are concerned or anything. I didn't see anything that's critical. I guess it's just what you would call routine maintenance, I guess. I had never done it before, so it makes sense though. It really does. So, okay, so let me get set up to cut that wire and feed it through. Okay, so let's unhook this wire from here. So make sure that I got to keep holding it just to make sure that I don't lose it and it unravels on me. So we're going to cut this piece off. So I'm going to hold it on this side here. That's trash. All right, so we're gonna feed it right through here. We're gonna make sure it goes right in through here. And right in there. Okay. We'll feed it through a little bit. Then we can close this. I didn't adjust this, so it should be the same. And just slide it on and we're good to go. I should be able to just crank on the machine and feed the wire. I'm just going to press the trigger and it should come out of here once it gets to that point. I can feel it coming through. And there it is. All right, so I'm going to shut it off and slide this piece on. Just like that. I just cut that piece off. So here's the new pad I'm going to put on it. The other one, this is the old one, so this one was pretty dirty. So I'm going to put this one on. I had one left. This is what I'm using. It's by Weldaid. They call them lube pads. So and typically, you know, they're split right here, so the wire sits in here. And that's it. So, and this, I believe this welder is ready to go. So in my next video with this, it'll be with this and my TIG welder. I'm going to start, you know, that project. So I'll take you guys along with me on that as well. So thank you very much for watching, and please support me, and we'll see you on the next video. Okay, bye-bye.